The NFL Today on CBS is powered by Ram Trucks, America's best light-duty pickup for new vehicle quality.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. And now Amazon takes you out to the sights and sounds of the game between the Titans and the Browns. Let's head out to Cleveland with our announcers, Spiro Dedes, Adam Archuleta, and Aditi Kinkhabwala.
JB, 67 degrees here in Cleveland. Some late chop coming in off Lake Erie with a couple of 1-1 teams in the AFC getting set to get it on. It has been an emotional week here for the fan base of the Cleveland Browns, just a couple of days after seeing one of their heroes and maybe the heart and soul of this team carted off the field in Pittsburgh and Nick Chubb. The question, how quickly can they pick up the pieces? As we welcome you to Cleveland, the NFL on CBS alongside Adam Archuleta. I'm Spiro Dedes. We'll hear from Aditi Kinkhabwala here in just a couple of seconds. Psychological hurdle, how quickly can they clear that? And meantime, for Mike Vrabel in Tennessee, huge bounce back overtime win last week.
Well, both teams are 1-1 and have played ugly games that they feel they had a chance to win. Tennessee was able to get back on track last week with a big overtime win. The Browns, ugly game on Monday night, but have a chance here at home against a tough team to get back on track.
Well, that was a tough sight, not only for Cleveland fans, but for fans of the sport to see Nick Chubb carted off the field in that game in the second quarter in Pittsburgh. And now the plan of attack, Jerome Ford Arch becomes their #1 back, and they bring Kareem Hunt back into the fold, signed to a contract on Wednesday.
Nick Chubb is irreplaceable. If there was one bright spot from Monday night, it was Jerome Ford. Over 100 yards in total offense and a beautiful 69-yard run. Kareem Hunt off of the street, but he is ready to be the hammer that he's always been. Hard.
Aditi's covering the sidelines. How do they plan to move forward now with Kevin Stefanski in terms of their offensive plan, Aditi?
The Browns have a new two-word rallying cry, Nick and Chubb. Veteran left guard Joel Bitonio told me that of course it was deflating in the aftermath of Chubb's injury. But he said seeing the insanely hard-working running back around the building this week galvanized guys to want to play in his image. Now as for Ford, Chubb told him, "You're built for this." And Ford does indeed have the support back of Hunt. I went and talked to Hunt before the game. He said, "I am so ready." But of course, Spiro, ready is likely about 8-ish touches today. Unless, as Kevin Stefanski said, he gets hot.
Yeah, it certainly bears watching, but the statistical production that they miss in the absence of Chubb, even more now pressure on Deshaun Watson to figure it out.
Well, there may be pressure from people like us or the fans, but if I was Watson, he can't allow that pressure to get into his head. He has to remember who he was and what he can do. Here's a play from the other night that stands out. Clean pocket, 3rd and 12. There's no anticipation. For some reason, he holds it and he has to throw it away. Contrast that, Spiro, from 2020. Look at this anticipation. The aggressiveness, the confidence to let it rip. His 2020 big play tape, Spiro, had throw after throw like that. That's who Deshaun Watson has to get back to. He plays like that, things are going to be okay.
Meantime, Mike Vrabel goes back into his home state today. It's a little bit of a homecoming for him. He brings a 1-1 team, and as bad as his offense was in the opening loss on the road in New Orleans, they were that much better last week. What a bounce-back game for Ryan Tannehill.
Bounce back is an understatement. Tannehill was impressive, especially when you consider that he was under siege, pressure, sacks. He threw the ball 24 times, completed 20 of them. In the game's biggest moments is when he was at his best.
One of the best things Ryan Tannehill has going for him is he has one of the premier defenses in the sport supporting him on the other side. Harold Landry, coming back from the ACL, had that huge sack late last week, and we know how good Jeffrey Simmons has been for Mike Vrabel and this defense. Stage is set here in Cleveland for the Titans and the Browns. We'll have the starting lineup for the opening kick coming up. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Week 3 is taking us to Cleveland for a big early season battle in the AFC between the 1-1 Cleveland Browns and the 1-1 Tennessee Titans. We'll have the opening kick next. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
There's your weather. Temperatures right around the 70-degree mark. Expected to climb up into the mid-70s. There's a coaching matchup. Mike Vrabel, of course, the pride of Akron. We're up about a 35-minute drive from here. And Kevin Stefanski, a lot of answers that they have to address with their offense after the devastating injury to Nick Chubb. Tennessee winning the toss. They elect to defer, and so Kevin Stefanski is going to put his offense onto the field to begin. Nick Folk on to boot it away, the hero from last week. Overtime win at home over the Chargers. And we saw the Browns fall Monday night in Pittsburgh. Pierre Strong, a little bit of a hesitation. He's going to field it and just barely able to get back out to the 20-yard line. And that's where Deshaun Watson will begin. Rough outing in that Monday nighter as he gets set to make his ninth start, Adam, with the Browns.